Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. In this video, I'm creating a vivid mixed media painting loosely inspired by a native plant that I frequently see. Of course, this will be a more expressive, abstract interpretation. At the end of the video, I'll show you two reference photos of the plant I was thinking of. So lately, I've been really inspired by the native botanicals around where I live. So I decided to use a mixed media painting prompt to help get things started. So here's the prompt. You have 20 minutes to paint. I might have gone a little over that. For colors, you have lemon yellow, violet, and light blue permanent, or the closest you have to those, plus black and white, and any items other than the paint I just mentioned that you want to use. The goal is to create an expressive abstract or semi-abstract mixed media painting loosely inspired by something you frequently see in nature. If you're looking for more abstract painting prompts like this one, I'll leave the link to the 50 abstract warm-up painting prompts download in the description. So I started out by building up layers. No real plan, just feeling it out and reacting to each mark. That's one of the things I love about working abstractly, especially with mixed media painting. There's no pressure to get anything right. So I used a large bowl scraper, a palette knife, and I'm using a pen here. I'm also going to bring in a toothbrush and dip that into a little mix of the lemon yellow and titanium white and just start making some kind of splatters and marks with that. This is all my underpainting, my background painting, and there will be plenty of this that shows through. So I just wanted to make something that had some energy to it that would peek through in the final painting. And you know, the materials guide you if you let them. At the end of the video, I'll show you some close-ups of this one, as well as a second piece I did using a different color palette, but with a very similar composition. And I'll also show you the final paintings. And in those close-ups, you're going to be able to see some of these marks that I'm putting down now that are peeking through this final painting. So I'll be working with a mix of acrylic paint, charcoal, Caran d'Ache, water-soluble pastels or crayons, and a bit of newspaper for collage. And I'll leave all of the materials that I used in the description if you want to see more about those. So right now I'm just putting a little of that light permanent blue, a little bit of titanium white down, and just making marks. Just, again, kind of creating this kind of chaotic background to allow me to work over top of. And spraying a little water, droplets down, and wiping that up with some paper towels. And you'll see that I keep drying it here because I want to make sure these layers are dry as I continue to move on. So what I have here is a chopstick, and I just kind of whittled down the end of it a little bit so it was a little thinner, had a little bit more of a point to it. And I'm just dipping that in some of this Mars Black and using this to create some of the plant shapes that I was thinking about. And you can see I'm using this very roughly. I don't want anything to look exact. I'm just kind of scratching those in with this paint. And I wasn't looking at a picture when I was doing this. I was thinking about this plant in my head based on, recently seeing it. Again, not trying to get it exact. I wanted it to look a little different, but I was using that as kind of my base to go off of. Again, I'll show you some reference photos at the end. I shouldn't call them reference photos because I didn't really use them as reference photos, but I'll show you some photos that I dug up on my phone of the plant that I was thinking of. And so you can get a better idea of kind of what was in my head. So right away with this one, just the outline that I have on there, I thought looked pretty cool. I kind of had a choice of what direction I wanted to go in. I could have kind of kept this and played more with the outlines of this, but I decided to stick with the prompt and really start creating this mixed media piece. And I'm just bringing in some newsprint right now and fixing that down with some matte gel medium. So when we work with plants for inspiration like this, there's a sense of kind of a connection to nature, even if it's not a literal representation. I'm not painting a realistic version of this plant, and you'll see that at the end. I didn't look at any images, including the ones that I'm going to show you at the end. But I'm painting kind of based on what I remembered them looking like, more so the shapes, the contrast of the structure and softness, and the way that this plant kind of holds so much quiet energy. It's definitely a plant that's noticeable unless you walk by it a lot. Then it's there, and I think that's kind of just part of the world we live in. We take a lot of things for granted. We get used to things, and they become kind of mundane sometimes. And this part is really about play. I sketched some loose outlines with a chopstick and black paint, and then right now I'm layering bits of newspaper to give the rough plant some texture, some history. And I love how mixed media paintings let you build complexity with very simple tools. Sometimes a torn scrap of newsprint says way more than a perfect brush stroke. And plants are a great source of inspiration because their forms are so versatile. You can distort and exaggerate them. You can shift the colors, and they still feel somewhat grounded. You're not tied to any rules. That kind of freedom is really liberating. And I think painting abstract botanicals works so well because they invite both curiosity and this kind of sense of calm. You're observing something organic, but you're also letting your own imagination lead the way. And there's something almost therapeutic about painting plants. The slow process of layering and sketching lets you slow down, especially when you're not chasing realism. It becomes more about energy, flow, and texture. And for me, that's where inspiration lives, kind of in the in-between spaces. Not in copying, but in transforming. Each mark builds on the last, and before you know it, you've created something that didn't exist before, something rooted in nature, but shaped by your own vision. And I talk about, doing it this way lets you slow down. But of course, I've set a timer on this, and I have done this before without a timer, and it's just as fun. But this was one of those days where I was warming up and wanted to really kind of explore this plant-based idea. So, knowing that I had this prompt out there that I've used before, I just went for that and went for that time frame. But like I said, I think I went a little over that 20 minutes, and that's okay. If you're having fun and you're inspired, don't stop because a timer went off. If you want to keep going, keep going. But I find that timer to be a great way to kind of push yourself to paint, push yourself to take that first step, and that's usually the hardest. I know, speaking for myself, just getting up to the surface I'm going to paint on and putting paint down on that surface, that's the biggest hurdle for me. Once I do that, I can get going, and I don't have any issues with it. But getting up to that point, sometimes kind of a challenge. Oddly enough, I mean, you would think that would be easy, but not all the time. So I've been leaning into contrast here, letting that light, colorful texture of the background provide a nice contrast with the darker shapes in the foreground, and carving out those forms with, kind of bold, scratchy black lines. It adds a punch, and it also reinforces the idea that these abstract forms are bursting with life. You look at this and it's very imperfect, it's very raw, but it has this energy and almost this movement to it because of that. And color and patterns are such a powerful way to communicate emotion. And with plants as your starting point, you have total permission to push those colors and patterns in unexpected ways. A stem doesn't have to be green. A flower doesn't have to be delicate. That's what makes abstract mixed media painting so fun. And just abstract painting in general so fun. It's unpredictable, and every layer adds character. So I'm just making some intuitive adjustments, adding little bits of interest, adding splashes of different colors with the Caran d'Ache water-soluble pastels and or crayons, as a lot of people call them, and finding a balance between the wild and the refined. So here are the images of the yucca plant I was thinking about. These are the flowers and these are the seed pods. So it's kind of a combination of the two of those. I'll show you some close-ups here. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave those in the comment. Here's the final painting, and I'll show you the second painting I worked on, some close-ups of that. Similar composition, just a different color scheme. And just playing a little bit differently with this one. So thanks for watching, and keep on painting.